Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the business world. Sometimes the financial wizards behind the curtain need a little nudge to spill the beans, and today we're looking at Capital Bancorp Inc. Get ready to hear about a CFO shuffle and what it really means for this banking company's future. Before we dive deep, if you value straightforward insights into corporate filings, hit that subscribe button. And for more real-time discussions, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. So, this is a report from Capital Bancorp Incorporated, also known as CBNK. If you are into stock tickers, they've filed what's called a Form 8K, which is basically a heads up to investors about major events that aren't part of their regular financial check-ins. Think of it like a company's emergency broadcast system for important news. The report itself is dated the 16th of October, but the main event happened a bit earlier on the 10th of October. That's when a key person decided to hit the road. This section is all about changes in the company's leadership team, and that is exactly what happened here. Dominic C. Canuso, who was the Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, decided to step down. He's the guy in charge of the company's money, its finances. His resignation is effective later this month on the 27th of October. Now, the report is quick to tell us why. It's for a personal reason to pursue another opportunity, and importantly, it states clearly that this is not because of any disagreements with the company about how things are run, their policies, or their practices. This is often included to reassure investors that there isn't some underlying problem or fight causing the departure. But the show must go on, right? So the very next day, the 28th of October, the board appointed Connie Egan to step into Mr. Canuso's shoes. She'll serve as the principal financial and accounting officer while they look for someone to permanently fill the chief financial officer role. Miss Egan is 64 years old and was already the chief accounting officer for the bank, which is a part of Capital Bancorp. She knows the numbers, that's for sure. She's been with the bank as Chief Accounting Officer since 2020. Before that, she was in charge of financial planning and analysis from 2018 to 2020. And before joining Capital Bank, she was the Chief Financial Officer at Embassy National Bank for over 7 years. So, definitely no shortage of experience when it comes to managing a bank's bottom line. Now, this is an interesting detail. When Miss Egan stepped into this important role, the company didn't change her pay or give her any new stock options or bonuses. This suggests they might be looking for a temporary fix rather than a permanent new compensation package, or perhaps they feel her current package adequately rewards this expanded responsibility for the interim period. It also means no immediate new costs associated with this appointment for the company. Just so you know, Capital Bancorp stock is traded on a major exchange. The Nasdaq, the ticker symbol for their common stock is CBNK. That's how you'd find them if you wanted to look them up and see how the market is reacting. So, what's the big picture here? A key financial executive is leaving. This kind of departure can sometimes signal underlying issues, but the report is trying to assure us it's all for personal reasons. The company is bringing in an experienced insider to fill the gap temporarily, which is a sensible move. The fact that her compensation isn't changing immediately might be a neutral point, or it could hint at a further change once a permanent replacement is found. Now, in many of these reports, the financial tables are where the real story lies, but this particular 8K is focused on a single event, the executive change. It's not a financial health check, up like a 10Q or 10. K would be after a quarter or year. So, we don't have those juicy numbers to dissect here. No revenue growth or profit margins to analyze from this filing. This filing is more about transparency regarding personnel changes at the top. It's a notice to the market that the person responsible for overseeing their financial statements is moving on, and who is temporarily taking over. For investors, it's crucial to watch who they eventually appoint as the permanent CFO. That person's background, their vision, and their compensation package will tell a lot about the company's future financial strategy. Looking at Capital Bancorp Inc. generally, it operates as a community bank. These tend to be more sensitive to local economic conditions and interest rate changes than the giant national banks. The banking sector is also facing evolving challenges with digital banking and competition. Therefore, a strong, consistent financial leadership is really important for navigating these waters. In conclusion, this report is all about a leadership change. The departure of Mr. Canuso is a notable event, and the appointment of Miss Egan is a practical, short-term solution. The main thing to watch for will be the long-term replacement for Mr. Canuso and how that individual guides Capital Bancorp through the current financial landscape. There are no immediate red flags in the filing itself, but the appointment of a new permanent CFO is definitely something to keep an eye on. Alright, that's our quick decode of this Capital Bancorp filing. What's your take on executive changes? Do they usually signal more than they let on? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more corporate insights delivered straight to you. And don't forget to join the Discord community for further discussions. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.